Hi friends, how are you doing? Now today, again, I'm going to be showcasing the amazing Amala. The stamp that I want to highlight today, again, is classic Amala. This is your butterfly stems. It's a beautiful stamp, so versatile. Create backgrounds from it, create embellishments, and use it as your main focal point as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this out, and then we're going to cut it out, and we're going to do some colouring using the beautiful Gossip markers. So first things first, I'm just going to stamp it. I'm using my Versamark ink, really simple, with the beautiful black ink. Obviously you could stamp it in multiple different colours if you prefer. So I'm just going to come over, fingertip dancing over the top, just to get all that beautiful detail. Now you'll see as well, you've got circles in there. They follow lines as well, beautiful to emboss. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous stamp. And of course you get the two panels as well, which is fabulous. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to pull that up. I'm going to go again and just add a tiny tad more ink on top, just because I feel that it didn't grab 100% first time. But that's the brilliancy of the Eureka, is being able to return and stamp exactly in the right position. So today with these, what I'm going to be doing is creating fabulous embellishments. Really simple. And I'm going to be using, oh, that's much better, isn't it? Much more vibrant, really fresh and ready to go. So I'm going to be using the Gossip markers today to colour these in. Very simple. Now, what I always do before I use any marker pens at all is I heat set that ink. The reason why I do that is to really make sure that I don't get any bleed from the black into my colour. Now, depending on your style of colouring, you can do layers, you can blend from the middle to the end. It's completely up to you. But what I want to show you is how gorgeous these colours can be. So I'm going straight in with a green here. Now, it depends what nib you prefer. I've got the bullet nib, or of course, you have the brush nib as well. They're so smooth to use. This is what really grabs me with the Gossip markers. So again, rotate. And you can build up this colour because you can multiple layer. So there we go. And then I'm going to go in with a darker pink. This is actually vivid pink. And you can see that I'm just adding detail in that design. Now, obviously you could paint these, you could emboss these. You know, if you've never tried using the pens before, embossing is a key, because then what it does is it creates almost like a crevice, and then your colour will not bleed out of there. So I'm just adding a little bit of this vivid pink here and there, almost the shaded areas as such. There we go. Then I'm going to come in, now this is going to be a funny one because I'm adding a little bit of the aniseed, but just a little tad, not too much. And what this will do is it will give it a lot more detail in colour, because then we're going to put a colour over the whole top of this. So we don't need it all coloured, just bits and bobs like you can see there. And then I'm completely going over with the flesh, which is more orangey. But you can see how it works. It just pulls it all together. So using them 3 colour blend, and I know they're not on the usual spectrum of colours that mix together, but it works really well. So whether you're using this as a border or an exaggeration, or obviously your main focal stamp, or like me today, creating beautiful embellishments with it, you can do so much more than what it appears on the tin. So now you just cut this out around the edge, super simple. You can cut this detail away if you prefer, and you will see what you are left with. It's fabulous. So I've actually got 4 that I've cut out. So you get the 2 different flowers from one stem, you get 3 different butterflies, and of course this beautiful, absolutely gorgeous colour here. So I'm going to take again, because I'm just going to finish off adding a bit more green detail just in that centre. Rotate it round and you just pull it out from the middle, and then you can just put a blend over the top. But what I always prefer to do is get your base colour down and then blend from there. It just makes it a lot more simpler. So now I'm going over the top again with that green. This was the base green that I used in the original, and you can see how you can just in circles add more of that detail. And you just follow the edge as you go round. Try not to overcomplicate it, just simply follow the edge that is on there already. Do exactly the same for all the different florals, and then we can start building up our project. So what I've done is I've got base card here, I've got decorative paper, black card, off pink, which is, it's almost like a baby pink but not, it's almost just sort of pink dilute. Then we've got white, then I've got true pink on top of that. Next, I've just taken a die cut frame, apertured frame, and I've got foam pads on the reverse. So I'm going to add this to my project, and this will give great dimension. Also, I do love an aperture, it just pulls you in, doesn't it? Absolutely stunning. So now I'm just going to take that away and I'm going to pop it at an angle. What this does as well is, I love a jaunty angle. I just think that it just looks a bit different, a little bit fresh. Now I've taken that base coloured cardstock again, but I've matted one of my fabulous aperture frames. So now I'm going to add this onto our project. But rather than being central, I'm going to twist and add to the side, like so. So now I've got multiple layers on there. I've also got a sentiment that I've just die cut out. I'm going to add a little bit of wet glue to my mat, and I'm going to keep this white because I feel that it just adds the base that we need. So I'm just going to tap that into that wet glue, and then I'm going to pull this across here. So because I've put wet glue on it, I can now very simply add it over all of the layers across there. So now we're going to take these beautiful floral detail. Now you can manipulate them as well once you've cut them out. That works really well. I love these floral stems. They're just a key piece that you will come back to time and time again. So I'm just going to add this at the top of this design. I'm going to mirror that with the one at the bottom. Super easy. I'm using bookbinding glue. And you can see how beautiful and simple already it's starting to look. So now I'm going to take my next design, which, let's have a look. I'm going to pop one there, so it's just offset, but just in. And that is the beauty, is that you can tuck them in and use them as embellishments. So this one now is going to come down here. Let me see, yeah, down there. And again, if you want to manipulate that, you can do. Just give it a little squish. Pop it underneath. Perfect. Then I've got one of the butterflies, and I'm just going to pop that up into that corner. Nice and simple. This is a great, easy concept card, and if you enjoy using your Gossip markers, this is a great card to create. Super simple, super quick, and just really vibrant. I'm going to turn it round now so you can have a good look at this project, because it is beautiful. Very simple. Just make sure that's stuck down. There we go. Very simple, very beautiful, but super different. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed and you feel inspired. Don't forget to keep checking on the Amala videos, and I will see you soon. Take care of yourself and each other. Bye.